Greetings, brothers and sisters. We'd like to share our discourse with you. We are all familiar with the Judeo-Christian virgin birth or Immaculate Conception story. Many of us are familiar with the ancient Egyptian story as well. Brothers and sisters, I am going to share with you another virgin birth story that is also of ancient Egyptian origin. I trust you find the following information worthwhile. First of all, ancient myths were created to communicate certain cosmological, scientific, natural facts. Please keep this in mind as we go along. In their cosmology, the ancient Egyptians held the vulture. That's right, I said the vultures in the highest regard. Why? You may be asking yourself. Listen very carefully, brothers and sisters. In their myths, our ancient Egyptian ancestors held that there were no male vultures. There were only female vultures. Why? The reason why is because vultures have no discernible male genitalia or other male properties. Science backs this up today because DNA testing has to be performed to determine if a vulture is male or female. And even in doing so, the tests are not 100% accurate. Because the vulture was considered to be exclusively female by the ancient Egyptians, they were said to, guess what, brothers and sisters? They were said to be brought about via immaculate conception. Immaculate conception. Now, it is critical to understand that heaven for the vultures is when the air is charged with energy during and after a storm. It is soothing and invigorating for them to float in the air, aided by gusts of wind. So, ancient Egyptian mythology held that since there were no male vultures, something else impregnated the female vulture. Since the air is charged with electricity, and electricity brings light and life, the ancient Egyptians held that the gusts of wind was divine or holy. Therefore, we get the term holy gust, as in gust of wind. Holy gust. I'm sure it's plain to see that the word gust has been transfigured, and what we get from the word gust is ghost. Holy gust became Holy Ghost. Let me encapsulate what has been expressed for crystal clarification. The ancient Egyptians held that the vulture was female only. Therefore, its conception did not come via the male. Therefore, it immaculately conceived. Since the electrically charged wind was so stimulating and invigorating for the vulture, the ancient Egyptians held that it contained divine qualities or holy powers. Thus, the term holy gust for gust of wind was assigned to this phenomena. The word gust was changed to ghost, and what we have today is Holy Ghost. But please keep in mind, brothers and sisters, that it was the vulture, as revered by the ancient Egyptians, that expressed virgin birth long before Judeo-Christianity. It was the divine powers of the wind that was mythologized as impregnating the vulture that led to the expression Holy Gust that was changed to Holy Ghost. Brothers and sisters, I trust I have been clear and concise. I might also add that the vulture was also highly regarded for another very special service it provided. Unfortunately, today, The vulture is the victim of our scorn and is most often depicted as one of nature's most loathsome creatures. However, listen to this, brothers and sisters. The ancient Egyptians honored the vulture because it does what, brothers and sisters? The vulture cleans up the dead carcasses. Cleans up the dead carcasses. When animals die, of course, we all know that the carcasses rot and become obnoxious. Who is there to clear away the dead carcasses before they become putrid? It was the regal vulture, brothers and sisters. The vulture is nation's sanitation system. Nature's sanitation system. I trust this makes an impression on you, brothers and sisters. So, from this point forward, I trust you think differently about the vulture. We must thank our ancient Egyptian ancestors for expressing such illuminating wisdom about one of nature's most divine creatures. As the ancient Egyptians held it in their myth, the vulture immaculately conceived. The vulture was impregnated by the holy Gust. The vulture cleans up the dead carcasses before they rot and become a nuisance to the people. Once again, I trust I have been clear and concise, and I trust you have found this endeavor of mine worthwhile. Thank you for your time and consideration. Love and harmony, Brother Osiris.